big and strong. He goes to work each day and he stays all day long. He comes home each night looking tired and beat. He sits down at the dinner table and has a bite to eat. Never a frown, always a smile when he says to me, how's my child? I said that I've been studying hard all day in school, trying very hard to understand the golden rule. I think I'll call this man father. I think I'll color him love. I said I'm gonna color him father. I think I'll color the man love. Yes, I will. He says education is the thing if you want to compete, because without his son, life ain't very sweet. I love this man and I don't know why, except I'll need his strength until the day that I die. My mother loves him and I can tell by the way she looks at him when he holds my little sister Nell. I heard her say just the other day that if it hadn't been for him, she couldn't have found her way. I think I'll call him father. I'm gonna call him love. I've got to call him father. I think I'll call this man love. Our real old man who got killed in the war, and she knows she and 7 kids couldn't have gotten very far. She said she thought that she could never love again. And then there he stood with that big wide grin. He married my mother and he took us in. And now we belong to the man with that big wide grin. I've got to color this man father. I'm gonna color him love. I've got to color him father. I believe I'll color this man love. He's just been so good to me. I know I've got to color him love. I'm gonna color him father. I've got to color this man love. He's just been so kind.
Hello and welcome to the Seed Group Podcast. I'm Carla,
I'm Norman.
Albert.
and we just want to say Happy Father's Day. Awesome. Yes. And also, if you want to find out a little bit more about Father's Day, you can check out our other Father's Day program right here on the channel. But right now, we're here to talk about Father's Day 2020. And I saw a quote, I don't know who it's from, but I thought this was absolutely beautiful. And it says Father, and it stands for funny, patient, strong, hero, reliable, and provider. And that described my father perfectly.
Do that again.
Oh,
It stands for what?
Father stands for funny, patient. Let me do that again because I just got tongue-tied. See, it was perfect the first time. Okay. Funny, patient, strong, hero, reliable, provider. Yes,
Our
father.
spelling may be off, but that doesn't spell father.
Father.
You
Nope.
said
Well, actually, we'll see, because they took the letters within, the only letter that stands out is H, but within all of that, that's what father stands for. Okay, so
Cool.
if you did father, okay, so father, if you did it with just the letters, it would be like F would be what? Faithful,
Yep.
fantastic. A would be awesome. T would be terrific. H would still stand for hero. E would be effervescent. I don't know. And R would be, well, for my dad, Retus, but R would be
Reliable.
Relax.
Yes,
Reliable.
reliable. Yep. So see,
Thanks,
we do
Norman.
it both ways, yeah. But happy Father's Day. Albert, what did you want to say?
I just said thank you very much for that, Carla. I really appreciate it. Want to tell everybody for Father's Day, I know what we're going to do. We're going to
What?
have a surprise. We're going to have a surprise. My wife said for Father's Day, she's going to surprise me. As long as she don't tell me she's pregnant, we're doing good. Uh, sorry about that joke.
You never
Um,
know.
but we're
Yeah, I
doing,
can't wait
no,
to find out
trust me,
what the
I know.
surprise is.
Trust me, I know. Better not be. Um, but we're planning to go to my favorite place Sunday afternoon for brunch or either dinner, Cracker Barrel. We're not going to sit there and eat. We're going to order the food and bring it back home so I can enjoy it with my family.
Awesome. I love
So it's going to
Cracker
be nice.
Barrel. Oh,
Yeah,
love it, love it,
me
love
too.
it.
Favorite place. Once they open back up so we can sit there and eat after all this is done, then I'll go and sit. But until then, I'm not going.
I got you.
What
And
you got
see,
going, Norman?
go ahead, Norman.
I have no idea because my wife said it is a surprise.
Yay!
Oh, yeah, you
Yay,
too.
yay, yay.
You get a surprise too. See, with us, we let all the men choose how they want to celebrate Father's Day. And
Yep,
whatever they choose, that's what we do. We give them the
yep.
day to do whatever they want.
Sounds good.
Yeah, but don't give me a choice because I have no idea.
Right.
I can't wait to hear what these surprises are going to be. I'm looking forward to hearing about this.
I'll
Me too.
post it on my Facebook page for all my adoring fans to take a look at.
Put on your
Right.
Facebook page. Yes. Okay. Well,
You
we'll
do
be
know I'm
looking.
kidding.
Yeah.
Well, see, I wasn't really sure because this surprise might be so absolutely amazing. You'll go, I must plaster it everywhere.
Nah.
Let me introduce myself.
Yeah.
And see, behind me,
Okay.
there is a barbecue grill because generally that's what the guys like to do. I don't think they're going to pick that for this Sunday, but generally barbecuing is the thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Not for me.
So
See, I'm vegetarian, so, you know, although you
So
could do
veggie
veggie
burger.
burgers on there, yeah.
imagine these are veggie burgers. These are veggie burgers.
Veggie burgers, Norman.
Yes, they're veggie burgers.
None are too red.
No, no, no. See, what they did was they added tomato sauce to make it
Right.
look really, really red.
That is
Right.
stretching it, but anyway.
That's a good
But
idea. Thank
but to
you.
all the fathers and to all the people that stepped up to be fathers where children had none in their lives, we thank you. And Norman, what do you want to say?
Well, Father's Day doesn't get as much play as Mother's Day do. And I know
Right.
mothers are rightfully deserving of a lot more attention and praise than the fathers are because you have a almost like 24-hour job that you have to do when
Hmm.
raising up the kids. And we come in for relief every once in a while.
Right.
But when I think of Father's Day, I think of my father, who to me was a great man because he was a caring person. You know,
Mhm.
he didn't have to raise his voice to us.
Cool.
In fact, all he had to do was just look, and
You remember
whatever we
that?
were doing, we straightened up. Like,
Yep.
uh, but yet, he was a gentleman, loving people all around, and so, I could kind of try to pattern myself after him.
Good.
And I think a lot of men out there don't get the full advantage of, if you don't have a father around or didn't have one, to know the joy that it is to have somebody you can look up to, you can kind of like
Mhm.
pattern yourself from,
Definitely.
and just to enjoy some of the father son things that, like mother and daughters a lot of time have.
Yeah.
But I consider myself to be privileged for me and my brothers and my
Mhm.
sister to have a guy like him around.
Mhm.
And in fact, he was a father that sort of spread out in the way that uh, all those around him, we used to have a church choir that he led,
Mhm.
and so he was uncle to everybody,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just a privilege. I take being a father a tremendous responsibility
Mhm.
to guide my son in a loving manner, rather than set forth a law, okay, do this
Right.
and knock him upside the head when he messes up or something like that. Besides, my knuckles will probably get too sore. But for
Oh.
all of you gentlemen out there that, as Carla was saying, is that you were a father to somebody or are a father to somebody, or you've taken the role as father to somebody who wasn't blessed to have one around long enough or at all.
Mhm.
We commend you because this world is really getting sick, sicker than ever
Mhm.
Yeah.
before,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and we need that type of guidance around. And for those fellas that aren't stepping up to the plate, I would admonish you to take a look at your life and maybe turn around and see that there is somebody watching you,
Mm-hmm.
somebody that's kind of looking up to you.
Yeah.
And the question is, are you leading those that are watching you to some place that's going to be beneficial for them, or are you going to lead them down to a path that is going to
Yes.
cause them a lot of headache and harm and everything like that because they looked up to you and you
Yeah.
didn't take the opportunity to instill some very high
Mhm.
principles and expectations of themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Um, so, but for those of you who do, happy Father's Day, and you are a blessing to the world.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yes.
It's nice.
Yep.
And that's
And
all I got to say on the matter.
let's see. Go ahead, Albert.
No, I was just laughing because I was thinking about what Norman was saying when he was saying it's really beautiful, Norman.
Mhm.
Um, one thing I can honestly say, like you said before, I had a lot of father figures in my life. My father really wasn't in my life. But the
Mhm.
person that I really admire at this time is my son
Awesome.
because he's a father to all his kids. Albert is he's named after me and my wife, but he has his oldest kid is Andre, next one's DeAndre, next one's Aiden, and he's a father. He makes me so proud the way he treats the boys. And then, like you said, he's also a father mentor figure to all the other kids that he knows. Any kid that he brings to the house or anything, he treats them like they're his own children, no matter what. And it really makes me proud as a father to know that I raised a son like that. And I just want to say thank you for being the father you are, my son, Albert.
See,
That's
I
because you were the
love
father that you were.
Thank you. It
exactly.
helps.
That makes me think of my dad because our house was the house that people knew
Right.
that they
Mm-hmm.
could come to. And my dad was the father figure to
Mm-hmm.
a lot of kids whose fathers were not really present in their lives or didn't
Mm-hmm.
take interest in their lives, as well as being a father to us.
Right.
And like I said, I tell you guys all the time when I think of my father was and will always be my superhero.
There you go.
So, yeah, love him. Love you, Daddy. So,
Yep.
and my brothers are continuing on and carrying on that fatherly tradition,
Good.
and just being there, and like I said, and I just appreciate also a
Mm-hmm.
shout out to the male teachers that
Mm-hmm.
really are there and really showing themselves to be role models
Mm-hmm.
to the young males that are coming up, especially the black male teachers, to our
Yes.
young black males.
Yes.
Are there black the teachers are blackmailing them?
Yeah.
So wrong. You're so wrong.
Yeah.
That brought up something too. I used to be a substitute teacher.
Mm,
Oh yeah,
oh,
and I mean, the thing that I saw with the young folk is they're looking for somebody to show that they care.
Mm-hmm.
mm-hmm,
I can't say whether they get it at home as far as getting showing that you care from your mother is one thing, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But showing that you care coming from your father is something totally different.
Yes.
We'll
Always.
always love our mama, you know. Like the
Yes.
songs written, I always love my mama. She's my favorite girl, you know.
Yeah.
But it's a total different type of love when you have your father there, your example,
Yeah.
your
Yeah.
rock, you
Mm-hmm.
know. Uh, Men out there who have kids and they're not paying attention to them, they're not being in their lives, you need to really get right with yourself
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
because you have one of the greatest responsibilities in the world.
Yes.
You can change the world by being a father to somebody, by showing that you care, by guiding them, by
Mm-hmm.
leading them away from the
Mm.
things that could be harmful and wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So that's, and you, that's not, I mean, you can't even pay enough money for that type of influence that you really have. So if you want
Yeah.
to be a hero, be a father.
Your
Yes.
father.
Definitely.
Yep.
Well,
And
thank you.
and
Go
yeah,
ahead.
and that's awesome. And or find someone to mentor.
Mhm.
You know,
Right.
there's great mentorship programs that you can find children that are looking for that role model. Albert, would you like to add anything?
Nope. Just like to say Happy Father's Day and then go. I'm one of those.
Well, in closing, we at the C Group Podcast say Happy Father's Day to all the wonderful fathers, biologically being a father or just stepping up to the plate to be a father.
Right.
And uh, don't forget, we're the C Group Podcast. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to
Ring the bell.
subscribe and ring that bell. Yes,
Yep.
yes. And we thank you for joining us. Happy Father's Day. Enjoy your day. And remember, as always, plant a seed. And actually, this is really, really appropriate for Father's Day. Plant a seed of wisdom, of knowledge, of care, of strength, of helpfulness, and watch it grow. Bye.
Bye. Bye.
I believe I'll call this man love.